we're live. I hope people are watching. I hope that everything is streaming correctly. So we're going to talk to candidates today. I got 5 of them total. I got 20 candidates that have agreed to sit down and talk with me. So we're going to have 4 shows. We get this one that we're doing right now. We're going to have another one at 4 o'clock. And then tomorrow we're going to have one at 11 a.m. and then another one again at 4 o'clock. So hopefully we'll get everybody talked to that wanted to be talked at, and let them communicate to you why they think they're good candidates. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, let's do some housekeeping stuff before we get started. So who's on the agenda today? We're going to talk to Taylor Fugate, Bo Turley, Destiny Lightfoot, Angel Gomez, and Steve Cochran. All right, so we're going to give each candidate about 8 minutes or until they run out of gas. And so in order to respect everybody's time, we should get right into it. Okay, so our first guest today is Taylor, and I'm going to bring him on now. Hey, bud.
Good evening, everyone.
How's it going today, man?
Hey.
So, tell us who you are.
And it's going good. It's going good. It's a beautiful day out today.
Good.
My name is Taylor Fugate. I've worked in assembly my whole time. I've been here approximately 10 years. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties here. I'm hearing everything I'm saying again. Let's see here.
Are you good? I'm not getting an echo on my end.
It's repeating everything I'm saying, but it's all good. All right. Like I said, I'm Taylor Fugate. I work in assembly on BA6. I'm running for your first shift assembly shop steward. In my time here, I've had some opportunities to be able to help some people, and I'm hoping with this position I'll be able to do it a lot more.
Okay. So let me ask you something. What do you see as the biggest problem on the floor? You're in assembly. What is the, if you could pick one thing that drove you to run this campaign, what would your number one issue be?
Some communication, man. And some just, it kind of goes along with it, but consistency through our day-to-day work life. We've got just issues with management not being consistent. We've got issues where some things have been okay for certain team members, but not others. You know, and we all want equality through our normal work life. You know.
Yeah, I hear you.
But just to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
Just to because there's some. Excuse me. There's some workers that we work with that voice their opinions to each other like us, but they won't voice their concerns to management. And that's where I feel I have a strong suit. I don't mind to respectfully voice our concerns to management, and just relay the message that needs to be said. And with us being unionized now and having a contract, we have a leg to stand on.
That we do. What do you see your day-to-day being like? What do you envision your day-to-day activities look like? You
as a steward?
Guy? Yeah.
So I believe that it's going to be on the floor every day. I believe that we're going to have, because there's people that I don't know. And I'm going to have to get to know them, because what matters to them matters to me. And to be able to do that, it's not going to be done at a desk. It's not going to be done in some office. It's going to be down there walking on the floor, getting to know our brothers and sisters that we work with.
Mm-hmm. Now let me ask you this. So we have, I think a good way to ask this. So we're going to have the normal bread and butter stuff that the stewards do, like you've talked about, communicating with people, trying to resolve conflict and that kind of thing. But they're also part of the bargaining team, right? They're part of that whole body of people. So what are some of the things that you would like to see accomplished, broader scope, moving forward?
That's a great question.
What are some of the priorities that you would like to see get done as far as filling out the body of what the contract says should be done?
That's a great question. Our temporary bargaining committee has done great. But they've been a lot of things still go on and happen in the floor that I think that they're not aware of. And with us having these positions with the steward, we're on the floor. We're able to get the concern out right then. But also, just, man, being able to handle things right. If our coworkers have an issue with a management decision or something that's going on today, we would have the ability to go right then and ask the question, address it, and then be able to relay what's going on with our work.
Okay. Well, then let me ask you final kind of question here. So we're going to vote May 6th and 7th.
That's right.
Why you? Give me your elevator pitch. Why should your fellows pick you and not the other folks?
Well, I want to start off by saying that I'm just honored to be able to be nominated. But some qualities of me, I've got some college completed in some criminal justice, some psychology. I've worked about 5 years in law enforcement. During that time, I've trained in conflict resolution. I've trained in some communication in stressful and hostile situations. I've had over 15 years of ministry experience. I'm currently an ordained minister as well. And I just have a strong passion to advocate and help people, man. Again, I'm really glad you asked that, because I believe that I help people better than I build cars. I like to do a lot of things. I like to smoke barbecue. I like to keep bees. But the biggest thing that I feel like I can do the best is help people. Whether that's a listening ear, whether that's being able to encourage them to have an empowering voice, or be able to speak for them if they don't have the courage to, because sometimes they, in my past at Volkswagen, other workers have expressed their concerns to me because they didn't feel confident that they could to management themselves. And I don't mind doing that. It doesn't always have to be a bad situation when you approach management.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do things in a respectful way. But I do want to be clear. Just don't take my kindness for weakness. That's my biggest thing. I don't feel like I'm weak at all, but I do strive to be respectful in every situation.
Okay, well, that's a pretty good answer. All right, bud. Well, that's going to be it for us. I appreciate you stopping by,
Thank you again. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Sorry, I don't think you can hear it on your end, but it's repeating everything on my end.
That's okay. I think we're going to get pretty good sound on my side all set. So again, thanks for stopping by, and best of luck, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your time and everything you're doing for the cause as well.
Hey, my pleasure. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend.
You too. See ya. Bye.
All right. That was Taylor. Let's see. We're going to get through all of these. You guys have to forgive me a little bit. I've got multiple things going on. I'm the host, I'm the producer, I'm the moderator, I'm the talker on the Facebooks when people need to ask questions. So next up, we got Bo Turley. He's in my waiting room, my digital waiting room, waiting patiently. So let's let him in, and we'll see what he has to say. All right. Bo, can you hear me?
I can. What's going on, Robert?
Hey, we're talking to the candidates. We're getting the word out. How are you today?
Good deal. I'm doing good. Doing a little shopping.
How's that going? You spending all the monies?
All the money.
All the money.
Probably too much.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna talk for about 8 minutes. Okay.
That'll work.
Start with tell our viewers who you are and what you're running for.
So my name's Bo Turley. I work body shop first shift. I'm running for the committee person for first shift body shop.
Okay. Why? Why you? What is it? I'll ask you the same thing I asked Taylor.
Well,
what is the one thing on the floor? If you could pick one thing, what is the one? We'll say problem, situation that you see often enough that is compelled you to want to run for this office.
So one of the main problems that I've seen is that a lot of people don't know how to find out things. They don't have a good network. They can't just get some certain small things done even. If they get in trouble, they don't know that they should call somebody for backup. They don't know that if there's something that they need, that they can just ask certain people. There's a lot of people are just confused on the whole situation still, I think. And they need to know that they can network and find these things out. Hopefully I can help them do that. And that they have a right to fight for a lot of things that happen.
Okay.
That what management tells them all the time isn't always correct.
That's a good reason. Hold on, I got some technical difficulties here.
Yeah, I got a lag on my side.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure how to fix it. I'm new to a lot of this stuff.
First podcast I've ever done. So
this is my first live broadcast I've ever done. So we're gonna have to fix some of this stuff in real time.
That's plenty fine with me. While we're sitting here, though, I would like to go ahead and say that a lot of people don't know who I am because I'm new to First Shift Body Shop.
Okay.
I've been with Volkswagen for like 6 years now. I've worked in assembly.
Uh-oh, I'm losing you, Bo.
Oh.
Are you there still?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm getting everybody's hit me up telling me we got some. Do you have AirPods in? You're not listening to your sound on your phone.
I do. No, I have AirPods in.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. We're having some troubles here. What are just this may be something we just have to deal with. My first time doing this. I apologize, everybody, for my incompetence here. I'm new to all this stuff.
No, that's plenty okay. Oh,
So, Bo,
if
let me
they
ask
can
you.
at least get out and hear some stuff, that'll be okay.
Right. Yeah. It let me ask you this. So, beyond the day to day of what a steward does, we're going to have to implement aspects of the contract. What are you,
Right.
what would your priorities be as a steward? What are the first things you would like to see happen, implemented, work being accomplished to get this thing all tied up?
Honestly, I'd like to see some enforcement on the floor. I think that there's not a lot of people following the contract still. On top of that, there's not a lot of involvement with the union. I'm getting a lot of people say that they're really not in it and they don't care. We also need to stand up for a few things that I've seen happen. Seen some injuries happen and people have gotten in trouble over it where it really wasn't their fault. There's just a lot of things. I mean, it's kind of new to everybody. So I think there's a lot of stuff that's going to have to be learned and shown to a lot of people.
Okay.
So
all right, let me ask
the
you.
main thing is to show that we're there and we're supportive.
Right. That's a pretty good answer. What? All right, give me your elevator pitch. Why should your fellows pick you instead of the other guys? What is your quality that you bring to the table that the other folks can't compete with?
So the one instance that I can think of, before we had a contract, before we had bargainers, before we had even voted anything in, I was in battery shop and they weren't allowing us to get 40 hours. They wouldn't let us go to any of the shops and work. They wouldn't let us do anything like that. So we actively, as a group, came together and we went up to HR. We shut the line down. And we voiced our opinion, and we did that multiple times. We made phone calls. We made multiple trips. And it didn't result in the result that we wanted at first. But the consistency of continually going and talking to him, we eventually were able to go back to assembly and body and paint and get our 40 hours at least.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the one qualification that I think that I have. There's been other stuff. I've got things fixed and finish. I've worked with body shop so far to get some of the line fixed. Some of the things are easy as just asking. Sometimes you got to shut the line down and walk up there, so they know that you're serious.
Sometimes you gotta do. You gotta get what they used to call it, good trouble. Got to get in a little bit of good trouble to fix problems.
A little good trouble. I mean, I put my job on the line to go up there because we were being treated fair. So I mean, if I'm willing to do it for myself, I'm willing to do it for everybody else as well.
All right, I think that's a pretty good answer. Okay, that's just about going to wrap it up. Unless you've got any final words, or you
that's
get
it.
You get the last word, man.
All right. Yeah, I know you guys don't know me, but I'm here for you, and I'll prove it if I get voted in. So vote for Bo.
All right, sounds good. Bo, I appreciate you for stopping by.
Hey, thank you, Robert.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Hey, enjoy the rest of your weekend, okay?
You too. We'll see you Monday.
All right, man. We'll see you. Okay, so that's Bo. I'm sorry for the silence here. I'm trying to fix this echo problem. I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm gonna have to do some more research on this. I apologize to all my viewers. Let's move on and see if I can't fix it on the go here. Next up, we have Destiny Lightfoot. Let me bring her on. Hopefully this will go a little better. Destiny, are you there?
I am. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
All right. So, I guess we're having some echo problems.
Yeah, I hear it on my end.
Do you? I don't. Are you on a cell phone or are you on your computer?
I'm on a cell phone.
I wonder if it's a cell phone thing. I'm on my PC, and they say it's not coming from me, so I'll have to look into that a little bit more and figure out how to turn that off. I apologize that you guys, you first batch of people are on my test bed.
Okay.
But so, all right, let's start. We're going to talk for about 8 minutes or so. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first, tell us what your name is and what you are running for.
My name is Destiny Lightfoot, and I'm running for Paint Shop Second Shift Steward.
All right. How do you like paint?
I love Paint Shop.
I was so real quick, when they're shutting the ID4 down and we were all talking about where they were going to send us, it was pretty well understood that we would get placed in one of two places. We were either going to go in a body shop on the MQB side, or we were going to go to assembly.
Yeah.
But there wasn't no room for us in paint, and nobody ever talked about paint. Like, there's something going on in paint, and you guys don't tell the rest of the world that. Is it paradise in paint? Is that what it is? Is it all cookies and rainbows over there, and you ain't telling nobody? Because we weren't allowed in.
So, from my understanding, they're saying paint is overstocked, is what they're saying.
Is that what it is?
But I love Paint Shop. So I don't know, y'all.
Okay, well, let's get into this. So I'm going to ask you the same question I asked our first two candidates. What is the one, if you had to pick one, what is the one problem, situation that you've encountered that most compelled you to run for shop steward? What is your issue? Your number one issue?
So the one thing I've ran into a lot is that most people aren't really involved. And I want more people to be involved into the union. Not just when it's time to vote, but throughout the whole process. So when things are going on, people come to me and say, hey, what's going on? Or hey, what happened at this meeting? Or hey, who is this person? But we need more people in those seats at the meetings during the red shirts. And a lot of unfairness going on as well too. Buddy system. I apologize if I keep pausing because of the echo. But yeah, it's a lot of things that do need to be changed as far as the paint shop. And unfairness in the buddy system is a big thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. What? Give me your elevator pitch, right? If you had to sell me in 30 seconds, why are you the best candidate? What is it about you?
I'm the best candidate because I've been at Volkswagen for 9 years. I've worked in multiple areas in the paint shop. So I've seen unfairness. I've stuck up for people. I've stuck up to supervisors and became not a target, but one of those who, when I'm coming and things are unfair, I'm going to speak on it. And I feel like you will want someone like that in your corner.
Do you have a pretty good relationship with the supervisors? And you're gonna have to deal with those guys. Are you confident that you can?
I'm confident because I can talk to the supervisors, but I can also call them out and tell them, hey, that's not fair. I've done it plenty of times.
Okay. What is your You get the last word. What
Okay,
do you want? What do you want the people to know about you? What is
when you say about me, do you mean like
well? Let
me
me
as a
ask you. Let me go.
person?
Let me come at you a different direction.
Okay.
I wrote some questions down, but what does your day to day look like to you? If you're elected, how do you plan to spend your days? What do you
Boots
think
on
that
the
looks like?
ground. I plan on
But I mean,
being
that's
down there talking to the people. I
mhm.
plan on, even after or if I am elected, going down during lunch, spending time with people, just making people feel like they're appreciated. I feel like a lot of times we hear you're just a number.
Mhm.
We're the ones producing the cars. Why are you not making people feel like they matter?
Okay. All right. Well, we still got 3 minutes to kill. You answer questions so quickly. I'm trying to draw some more stuff out of you. Conflict resolution. You've got 2 team members. I'm asking you hard questions that I haven't asked other people.
Okay.
But you answer questions so quickly. I'm trying to make up. I'm trying to give you more time
Is
here.
it bad that I'm answering too quickly?
No, it's
Okay.
not you. It's me. It's my failure as an interviewer. It's my novice attempt at this. So conflict resolution. You got one team member. He doesn't like the color of the other team member's shoelaces. How do you because there's a lot of that. I see that on the line, and it's like I'm mad at this guy for whatever reason, whatever it is, right? And they're like, well, I'm going to file a grievance. Well, that's not how the grievance process works.
Right.
But that's still something that you have to address. So how do you see your role in solving problems between just team member to team member?
So I've been in these situations before as a team lead. One, you don't even have to look at the person's shoelaces, but
That's a good say. Quick answer. Stop looking at the shoelaces, dummy.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't even know for shoelaces because that's crazy. That's good. You got me right there.
Sorry, that was unfair.
But I think it would just be don't look at the shoelaces. But with conflict between, and I think a lot of people, when it comes down to it, we're in solidarity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's not us versus us because we're supposed to be one big family. That's what a union is. A union is a family. So for something so petty like that, yeah, just don't look at the shoelaces.
All right. Well, that's a good answer. We'll quit there before I say something really makes me look bad. Ask a silly question. Destiny, I want to thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Hey, you're so welcome. I wish you the best of luck in the election. And
thank you.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Okay.
You too.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Next up, Angel Gomez. He is running for bargaining team. So I'm going to let him in. Angel, you there?
Yep.
Hey, boss, how are you?
Good, you?
Pretty good. Does it sound better while you're on air? Am I still super echoey?
You're not echoing, but our side is.
Our side is. I wonder what's going on with that. I apologize.
You're good.
I don't know what that problem is. I'll look into it. I'll dig into some YouTube videos or something. Try to. I've got a new mixer. I've got a new mic. I've got a new software.
Hey, it sounds like you missed home.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's get into this. First of all, tell us who you are and what you're running for.
Excuse me. I'm Angel Gomez, and I'm running for production bargaining committee.
Okay. Tell me. I'm going to ask you a little bit different questions because you're kind of running for a little higher office. Tell me.
Yeah, go ahead.
In your view, what is that? What is that office that you're running for?
So it's basically a unique position because we're like kind of like we're above the level of the stewards, but we're also, for whatever happens, we assist on the floor if they, when they need help. Obviously, when you're not busy with meetings and whatnot, because you're going to be dealing directly with LR. And obviously, you should probably be on the floor with the guys or the girls and helping them out for, day-to-day things. Also, you're a bridge to the chairperson. So, grievance handling, all that good stuff. So we're the second stage of the grievance procedure. And as you know, it feels like yesterday we were just discussing the discipline and grievance policy on the podcast. So, it is a lot. This position is not just you're up in the office chilling. No, you got a lot on your plate. You got a lot to do.
So what is your day-to-day like? Like, are you, because if we're going to have stewards on the floor.
Yeah.
Are you going to spend most of the day on the floor? Are you going to, I know that you're going to probably want to, but if you've got all the grievance and communicating with the human relations people, I mean, are you mostly dealing with higher management, your stewards?
Well,
how do you see that?
Well, it's kind of like what I'm doing right now. So right now, because we broke up in this shift, because after we bargained the contract ratification, we've been doing our best to enforce the contract on the floor. So for the majority of the time, I'm on the floor, I'm walking around, making sure everybody's okay, as you've seen. And I've been mainly on second shift, handling that business on there. But like on a day-to-day level, it's probably gonna be split up into a lot of things, depending on how the day breaks out. So they're putting people on notice or whatever the hell they're doing. We get called into those meetings for the most part, for discipline hearings, attendance, when attendance gets to a level 1 type level.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna vary, bro. To be honest with you, because it all depends on what they got going on. So my main focus is making sure the people on the floor are taken care of. Regardless, like I said, assisting the stewards, like whoever gets elected. I mean, we're gonna be that bridge. We're gonna be that bridge, and a lot of us know the contract. We've read it, and we'll just be that help out factor. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Let me ask you this. So give me your 30-second elevator pitch. Why you? There's 5 of you running. Why you?
Well, we bargain a contract, obviously. Knowledge of the contract, and also, I have a lot of previous experience. I was a rep for 10+ years. I started as a steward. I bargained 2 other contracts, but with the Teamsters, I was their lead steward. So I got insights on how to deal with production manager levels and HR manager levels, and all the way on down to the floor, dealing with supervisors, AMs, all that good stuff. So I bring a lot of knowledge, and I'm willing to help whoever gets elected, whoever's in these positions, and also. We're not going to agree with management 24/7, obviously not, because they do some weird stuff. But we do have to develop a rapport with them. Like, for instance, if stewards can get people, off on low level things, we can work with that. You know what I mean? As long as they're willing to work with us, we'll work with them.
Okay. What is your day one priority? Let's say you get elected. There's still many aspects of the contract that need to be implemented. And as I understand it, at least by some of the conversations I had, some of the things should have been implemented already and haven't been. That may have been corrected. I'm not sure. But as as a bargaining member and part of that whole team, what is your priority?
So right now, we're getting people put on notice for all types of frivolous reasons, and they need to be following the 7 steps to just cause when it comes to discipline. Because right now, some supervisors are making it punitive, and discipline, as you know, is meant to be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, we got to make sure we enforce that policy of it, because you can't be putting people on notice for instance, supervisor wants to put somebody on notice, which to me that's a new term because I've never heard that before. And they're just basically trying to jump into the discipline level of it when they're not doing their correct investigations and whatnot. And they're not necessarily notifying us, and they're just putting it in their matrix. And little do they know that we have to be a part of all that paperwork that happens. Because like I said, I wrote that part of it, and there is a spot for the even for coaching, for the stewards to take part of it, because they got to check off on it, obviously. So we got to enforce that part of it. Like, we got to stick together on this. We can't have one guy doing one thing, another guy doing another. We all got to be on the same page.
I don't disagree with you. All right. Cool. That pretty well brings us to our time, I think. You get the last word, though. What do you want to leave our audience with? What do you want to say?
Well, look. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to everybody running. I mean, I understand this is new. Some of us have been involved before, like in other shops, being representatives and whatnot. But this is a step up, and I like to see the engagement. I like to see the participation. But there's gonna come a point where we're gonna need everyone. And I appreciate the patience right now, and don't worry, we're gonna make it happen. And we get the right people in the right places, and we'll make sure everyone is taken care of. So, like I said, I bring a lot to the table here. I work well with everyone, and like I tell supervisors, I'm fair, but I'm firm. So we got to make sure we take care of each other.
All right, that's well said. Hey, thank you for coming on, Angel. I really appreciate
No problem.
Talking to our folks. I'm not sure how many people are watching. I hope they are.
There's always the playback.
Yeah, I got to figure that part out too. But yeah, there's that. Best of luck to you in the election. All right, man.
Yeah, you too, bro. Make it happen. All right.
All right. Enjoy your weekend.
You too.
All right. Okay, that's Angel. We got one more for today. Steve, he was waiting for me to let him in. I think. Let me find him. If he's watching, Steve, I need you to try to log back on. This is not as smooth as I was hoping it would be, but it's not as bad as I feared it might could go, I suppose. Let me. Also, the guy that does my lawn should have done it yesterday. He's here today. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it, and it's bugging me. And God bless him for his terrible timing. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I'm still waiting for Steve to try to log back on so that I can invite him in. Let's see. While we're waiting, So, reminder, voting times are going to be May 6th and 7th. Polls will open on May 6th at 1:30, and they will close at 4:30 on the 7th. Voting will be held at the IBEW local. If you've been to our union meetings there, you'll know where that's at. If you haven't, the address is IBEW Local 175, 3922 Volunteer Drive, Chattanooga, Tennessee. And please show up. It's important to vote. you don't want a situation where you've got 20 people running your union, and that happens a lot. You've got just a handful of guys that care, and everybody else, they just want the money. They don't participate in the other stuff. But the fewer people you have participating, the less effective your union ultimately becomes. But yeah, so go vote. It's important. You only got to do it once every 3 years, and it shouldn't. And then once for a contract in 4 years. So I mean that's not terrible. We got to put all this nonsense to bed for a while and start doing some of the cool stuff with unions. Still waiting for Steve. I don't know where he went. He was here. I'm messaging him on my phone. I don't know what to do when I don't have people talking. I'm not smart enough to come up with a bunch of witty shit to say. I suppose I could talk about myself, but you guys don't want to hear about me. My wife got a new kitten, and it's obnoxious. I mean, adorable, but obnoxious. Hey, there he is. Great timing. Great timing. All right, everybody, let's talk to Steve Cochran. Steve, are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
I'm so glad you showed up. I was afraid I was going to have to talk about myself, and that's not good news.
So I'm actually on my PC because I heard you say something about the echo and I don't know if it was different or not. So I got my PC out. I can still hear a little bit though. I don't know if it's on my end or your end.
Do you have earplugs in? Earbuds?
No.
That I worry that that's part of it, but maybe not. I got cancellation on. We'll see. I probably got some setting wrong that I've overlooked. I'll try to fix it for the later broadcast. I apologize.
I'm hoping we do more than one of these things as time goes on, so we'll get it down to a science and we'll make it really good.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, so let's get into this. I'm going to give you about 8 minutes, same as I gave everybody else. First, tell us who you are and what you're running for, as if we didn't know, but tell us.
My name is Steve Cochran. I'm running for the position of president of United Auto Workers Local 42.
Okay. Why? Why are you? Well, why do you think that you're qualified for this job?
Well, so it goes along with a few different things. The first off is the longevity that I've been involved with the organizing and with trying to get a union in the Volkswagen facility. That's 15 years in the making of doing that. I've built a big supportive relationships throughout the world with other Volkswagen locations, Works Council, International UAW. So all that stuff is built in place already. So when we need some help from someone, the channel's already there. We already got them. We just put it in action whenever we need. So that's one reason I feel like I'm the best candidate. The other reason why too is that I know a lot of the positions and other duties have to be done. So I wouldn't be starting green. I already know how to do the job to a certain point. Some of the things I think we're lacking at is communication. Very first, most important one we've got to figure out how to fix. Got a few ideas on how to do that. One is an app. I think the local union needs an app that's very quick, easy information. You get over it, you go to the next thing. Everybody right now is in that wants that immediate notification, immediate stuff where they can get on with their life as fast as possible. We've got to figure out a way to get that information to membership as fast as possible and get it correct as possible. And playing around with a little bit of stuff, they're like, they had the app, they had it built the correct way. You just need to use the rep where you work, it will automatically send notifications to you rep. That's all you have to do is the app. That's something I look very forward to try to get in place. Another thing too is I've got a lot of these jobs that people are going to be doing in the past. I bring a lot of knowledge about those things. You know, I bargained this contract for 18 months. I bargained contracts with Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. I was a union steward at my old job. So I know a lot about it, and I've also been involved in many arbitration cases. So I kind of understand how the process goes. I've helped win some, and I've helped lose some. So it's an overall mass thing that needs to be done as a president. He needs to have that communication, those relationships with the community, the leadership of the company, the leadership of the international union. All those things are a big responsibility of that. And I feel like I'm the one that has got that to provide for everyone.
Okay. What do you, so day one, there's, as I understand it, as I was talking with Angel, so there's aspects of our contract that still have yet to be implemented, and it sounds like maybe there's some aspects of the contract that should have been implemented but haven't been implemented yet.
Well,
and
you're going to have there, Rob, is that well, there's only 18 of us that are trying to do the job of 30. It's very difficult to do. So, and with this thing with the MEP and battery shop, 94 going away, that has taken up a whole bunch of our time. And then watching Volkswagen actually do it incorrectly, absolutely is mind-boggling. So it's we're busy trying to fix that part. Some other stuff is being missed just because we don't have enough people to do this. That's why it's so important to get these elections over with, get people trained up and get them on the floor, because then you won't have to wait in line. You'll have your own rep. And it's just like a symphony. Once you get it going, it all works in coordination with each other, and it works out pretty well.
What's the question I want to ask? What do you think how are you going to interact with so the president is basically the outward facing leader of the union, right? Your business. That's true. But you're still going to have a daily, I assume it's daily. How are you going to interact? What's your relationship do you feel is going to be with the shop chairman?
So that is correct. The stewards and the bargaining reps and the bargaining chair, they handle all the day-to-day stuff as far as enforcing the contract, represent workers. And if it ever goes outside of that, it doesn't come to the president's office, it goes to the regional office. What the president does, though, he has those relationships with the management stuff to help influence. I call it influence decision making. I can build a relationship with people who make a decision with the company, try to sway them in a way to adhere to the contract before they break it. That's the relationship you have to have as a president. That way, you know, because you're going to be the mouthpiece. You get in front of talk in front of Congress, talk in front of the Works Council. You can do those kind of things as president. And the company wants you to talk to them about it. They don't want you to talk fast. That's the way you get the relationship built up to where you can influence decision making. You're not part of the grievance procedure.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. So I kind of like your idea of the app. That feels more like a more of a long-term, maybe a midterm objective. Short-term, what's your immediate short-term goals for the union? What are some of the things
we have to do? We have to get a thing called a bylaws in place. So that is a governing body of how our local union works. The president should call a meeting first thing for the bylaws committee. It's a voluntary thing. Once you get the bylaws committee intact, you go down the list, every single thing, how everything's handled, who's paid, who can't get paid, lost time, everything. How you do elections, all that stuff is in our bylaws, governing like a contract, basically. That's our governing body, is our bylaws for our union.
Okay.
The other thing you have to start up is these standing committees. There's like 10 standing committees. You get the veteran, you get the WIPS committee, you got the community activity committee, you got the union label committee. There's all these standing committees that must be in place. The president is automatically on each and individual one. So it's his job to get out recruit people to be a part of these things and actually get them functioning inside the community and stuff like that to help push our word and what we do out in the community. Try to make our she say make down the veil of we're the bad people. Understand we're just human beings. Trying to do good things for the community. We're not here to hurt nobody, and we're not from Detroit. We're from Chattanooga.
Yeah, we are. All right. Well, thanks, Steve. That's gonna pretty well hit our time. I'm gonna give you the last word, though. Tell the people, give them a reason to get out and vote for you.
Well, I want to give a reason for everybody to get out and vote. Period. I would love everybody's support. Everybody does come out. This is important. It really, really is. These are the people who are representing you on every level of your livelihood inside that plant. You got to pay attention. You need to make sure. There's a bunch of people running around, and they've done this, they've done that, and that's great. They are. But just make sure you check. You can. All you got to do is trust and verify. Just verify what people are saying is the truth, and try to do your homework on who's out there really doing it, and see who really wants it. There's people out there that really, really want to do this. We should give those people a chance first, in my opinion. Because this is not a get off the line, maybe job. And they're going to be stressed out, a lot of pressure on them, and people need to really, really think hard about who they choose to do this job.
Okay, I agree with you. All right. Well, Steve, I sure appreciate you coming on, talking to our people.
Voting next Wednesday and Thursday. Y'all come out and vote, please.
Do it. All right, Steve. You enjoy the rest of your weekend, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep, appreciate you. And hide. Uh-oh. What's going on? He's frozen. He must be gone. Steve, are you gone? Well, at any rate, silly stuff. That's it for this episode or this show. Our four guys. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties and my my incompetence a little bit. I'm still learning all this stuff. So there he goes. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, so 4 o'clock, I'm going to come back. I'm going to try to fix my technical difficulties before then. Just a heads up for the 4 o'clock show to let you know. The scheduled guests will be Daniel Barnett, Andy Standifer, Devin Lofton, Lisa Elliott, and Troy Hunt. I hope you guys will come back and join us. And again, I'll try to figure out what the hell the echo thing was all about. For those of you that have been watching, some of you have because you've been texting me, telling me that I'm screwing up. I thank you. Appreciate you. I hope you come back. We got lots of guests. We still got 15 more guests to talk to. They all need a vote. So come back, see them, see what you think of them. Y'all have a great day. This is Fireside42. We're out.